Hello, my name is Darren Thomas, and I am the Director of Educational Research Techniques. In this video, I'm going to give you some tips on how to empower and improve your matching, which is a commonly used form of assessment for, quizzes and even testing exams. So let's start by looking at an example here. This is an example of something that you might commonly see for a matching on a test. So you can see over here in column A, we have some what we call descriptors here. These are like, the definitions, if you will. And then over here in column B, we have the actual terms. So this particular example here is looking at basketball players and, what characteristic traits that they have. Now, I want to show you why, based on, assessment textbooks, why this is considered a good example of matching. So the first thing that we have here is the concept known as homogeneity. Homogeneity means that you are dealing with one topic inside your matching. Now, it's very subjective whether or not your matching section is going to be homogeneous, but you need to think about this as you are addressing and developing your assessment. So over here, I clearly have a list of basketball players. And in column A, I kind of have like different things that may have happened in their life. So one guy played for the Cavaliers, another guy won 6 championships. So you can see a clear connection between the consistency of column B and the consistency of column A. So in column B, for example, I don't have like, basketball players and presidents and, criminals. I don't have a mixture of people. They're all basketball players, period. So the advantage of this is that it helps the student to focus and to limit their thinking to a particular topic, which from a cognitive standpoint is very, very important. Now, for the second bullet here, talking about the column order. Generally, and this is again based on, assessment theories and principles, you want the descriptors on the left-hand side and the terms on the right-hand side. So you can see here, I put the descriptors on the left-hand side because normally the descriptors are longer. And, our minds, we read from left to right. And so you put the long text on the left-hand side, which is normally always the descriptors, and then you put the term on the right-hand side. Now, I will mention one other thing about the terms. Often they want you to put them in alphabetical order as well. I did not follow that principle in my example here because of how the mind is organized going from A to Z or whatever. But the point is that specifically you need to make sure that the descriptors are on the left-hand side and the terms are on the right-hand side. Now, the other thing, I've already been using this term several times, is descriptors versus terms. So like I said, column A is describing the terms in column B. I don't need to go deeper into that because we've already discussed that quite a bit in detail. And lastly, you want to make sure that you, of course, number your descriptors and preferably that you give letters to your terms. Now, it depends on how the teacher does it. It's really up to you. Sometimes a teacher will put a third column where the student will put, their A or their B or their C or whatever they think the answer is. Or the teacher might have the students draw lines. Like, we know Kobe Bryant grew up in Italy. Or we know that Carmelo Anthony played basketball at Syracuse. It really depends on your style. But at the end of the day, you know that you need to number them, and the numbers should correspond with the descriptors. And then the letters should correspond with the terms or whatever sort of system you're using. So in this particular video, we took a look at how to improve and enhance the accuracy of our matching assessment, which we use on quizzes and exams and tests. So you want to keep in mind these 4 concepts: homogeneity. Make sure you're focused on one topic. If you want to do several topics, make several different tables of matching. Column order, please put the descriptors on the left-hand side and please put the terms on the right-hand side. And also make sure that you, of course, are providing numbers for the descriptors and, if possible, letters for the terms. So, my name is Darren Thomas. I want to thank you for watching this video on matching and how to improve your assessment. Thank you.